can't get that all in your mouth at one time.
Mate, you watch him. You watch him.
Who needs a democracy sausage when you can have one at the picnic races and celebrate a good cause? If you were to look up the heart and soul of racing in the dictionary, you would find a photo of Dederang on Cup Day. It may be Blue Diamond Day at Caulfield, but nothing more is quintessentially Australian racing than Dederang. The smell of the sausage sizzle, the sound of the volunteers putting up all of the marquees, the campers that are tailgating that have been here for a couple of days now. This is picnic racing, and this is Dederang with Racing Victoria. Now joined by Adam Olzanski, who is the picnic racing manager for Country Racing Victoria. That's a lot of words, but this is truly like one of the great days here at Dederang.
I love coming here to Dederang. I've been here 3 or 4 times now over the course of 20 years. Keeps on getting bigger and better each year. It's a big community day. It's a once-a-year meeting. The whole region gets behind it. And where would you rather be?
Honestly, not much else. It's about, an hour before the first, and the people are teaming in. I got here about an hour ago, so 2 hours before the first. There's people camping out overnight. This is great.
That's something the club's really building on. Not a great deal of accommodation options in the area. And if you want to have a big day and a big weekend, it's best to be on track. And they've set up that facility for the campers and have a lot of people coming on buses. As far as Melbourne, annual pilgrimages for a lot of people, and of course from Wangaratta and Wodonga and some of the big major towns.
Now, you yourself, you are obviously known as a race caller, but this is not a labour of love as such, but you do have a bucket list where you are trying to call it every racetrack in Victoria. How many are there and how many are left to go?
So there's 4 left. I've called here a couple of times. Of the picnics, there's Omeo or Kinnamungi, where they race, and Buchan. They're the 2 I haven't done. And on the TAB or professional circuit, Towong is not actually that far away from here, and Nil in the far west. So eventually I'll get there, but no, it's great hitting the road, seeing plenty of places and having called it the majority of the 60 Victorian racetracks.
Now, what makes a day at the picnic so great? You've talked about it, how if you want to have the big day, you can camp out overnight, and of course, always be safe and responsible. But what makes it so great? Is it the sense of community and everyone's just here to have a good time?
Very relaxed, casual atmosphere. There's no pretense. You can wear whatever you want. It's a fairly affordable family day as well. Cheap entry. Usually a local community group runs a barbecue. You've got the food truck, so a bit of a more premium option. You've got the local footy club running the bar. Also be able to bring your own, which is also a big element to the picnic circuit. And it's just a relaxed day out and a very rustic atmosphere. There's probably not a great deal of improvement that's taken place to some of these facilities over the past 50 years. So you do feel like you're stepping back maybe in time how racing was conducted 50 to 100 years ago.
And we are at one of the more unique tracks, and let's say the layout. It's a little tight and a bit hilly.
Natural track, you'd call it. And a lot of the picnic tracks are relatively tight, 1,600 metres around. The cup starts right in front of us in the home straight. Some of the starts, like the 1350, almost on a bend. You lose half the field behind the trees, which is another added spectacle. But yeah, you tend to want to find a horse that's up near the speed. This track is irrigated, so they put in a lot of time to make sure that they can present a good racing surface, and it's for one of the once-a-year clubs, one of the best racing surfaces on the circuit.
I was going to say, driving in this morning, it is lush, it is green, it looks ready to go.
It is ready to go, and it's been well received with the amount of nominations. We've got some capacity fields of 10, which is the limit for the picnics, and yeah, really looking forward to a good day out of racing.
As Adamo said, one of the more unique things about Dederang and the Dederang Cup is the camper vans, the Winnebagos, the swags, the tents, and let's be honest, someone could fall asleep at my feet right here tonight. This is honestly one of the more scenic places that you will get in country racing, especially in Victoria. There's family fun everywhere because there's been families that have set up. They had some bacon this morning, didn't give me any, but that's fine. But tomorrow morning when everyone's here, that sense of community still will be. All right, the second race might be going on behind us, but it's more important because we've got Brian and BJ here. We all understood the assignment with the linen shirts and the shorts. It's nice and comfortable. Boys, how are we going today?
Yeah, really good. You know, it's a good day here at Dederang, my first time.
But one of the good things about it here is like everyone's sitting here. You've got your gazebo set up, the picnic chairs, the eskies. It's just a great relaxed vibe here.
And you don't get that at normal race meets. That's why I think I really enjoy this. You know, it's BYO drinks, relatively inexpensive to do a great day like this with your mates. And, you know, I'm from Melbourne and you just don't get this there.
Now, they're going around the home turn, so we better take this race in. So we're going to finish up here and hopefully one of us has back the winner because the leader looks like it's travelling well. Here with Marcus Gooden, president of Dederang Race Club. Obviously, it's a big day. It's a little bit hectic before race one. How are the nerves before everything gets going?
Yeah, not too bad today. We did a fair bit of work during the last month or so to get ready. Feeling okay, but there's always those last minute things that go wrong and you just do what you can to mitigate them and move on.
You've just brought me straight into it. What does it take getting a track ready for a once-a-year meeting? And obviously there's a lot going on here, not just the races.
A hell of a lot. It may not look like it, but we start getting the track ready about 3 months ago. We're then here for 3 or 4 working bees during the week. And then we've got a number of volunteers. We've got a committee of 16 who meet regularly as well. So there's a hell of a lot going on and we managed to pull it off somehow.
So being the president, it's a labour of love given it's a volunteer position. Now, what makes Dederang and the races and this place specifically so important to you?
Yeah, look, I grew up here. I own a farm here. My great-grandfather, grandfather, mother and father are all life members of the club. So when I moved back here, I really didn't have any choice but to become president. Look, it's just a beautiful way to celebrate community. We're really strong on the fact that we're by the community, for the community, and we want to continue to, give back.
So you mentioned that there's a committee of 16, but I'm assuming there's a lot more people who put a lot of hard work and effort into a day like this.
Yeah, absolutely. So we couldn't put on this day without our supporting groups. So, men's sheds, Lions Club, football, netball clubs, cricket clubs. So we give back about $35,000 every year to those clubs. And that, enables our little community to keep rolling along. We're very proudly not-for-profit. So we try to give back whatever we can.
It seems like stuff like this is really what the heart and soul of racing and community most importantly is about.
Absolutely, and we can't lose sight of that. We don't have any far laps running around the track today and probably never will. So we need to be really aware that what this is actually about and why we're here. And don't lose sight of that. There's 7 different sporting groups operate out of this recreation reserve. We all work really well together. It's really important to a tiny town like Dederang.
Now I know, because we've mentioned this off camera, you are absolutely desperate to win the cup. Is today going to be the day that you own the cup winner?
Look, it'd be lovely if it was. We've had quite a few goes at it. We had 12 goes at it before Mr. Somerville won it back in 2016. And then we've had a couple of goes since and haven't been able to get it. So yeah, I got one going around in the cup and I got one going around in the flying 1,000.
All right, let's go enjoy ourselves. Good luck today.
Done. Thanks very much. Cheers, Alex.
As stated many times throughout the day, everything that goes on does not happen without those volunteers. Also, a massive thank you to Racing Victoria for their continued support of country racing and, of course, picnic racing. The sun is starting to set, setting over the hills. We're going to go home with a fair few memories and hopefully we're going to find a winner or two here. And the most important thing is we're going to find one right now.